What's going on, guys? Afflicted Gamer here, back with another Division video. So in patch 1.5 we were given these new LMGs, the MG5 and the other variant of it, the Infantry MG5. And in my opinion, I think that this, if not, is definitely one of the best LMGs in the game, if not the best, period. And here is why. There are other machine guns like the M60 that have very similar stats, the Pecan, except you cannot mod the Pecan as much as you can with something like this. But this gun is extremely stable, which means you're not going to be missing your shots, and it pretty much can compensate almost any build that you could put together in the game. Like I said, it could be a backup, or even if you did an Alpha Bridge build, you could do that. Now, glancing at this build, don't judge a book by its cover. It is not finished, alright? But I have enough put together just to show off the weapon. I've been experimenting a lot with the defense set here on PS4 and the build that I have on Xbox One, and again, the two are very different, so I want to get that out of the way. And now we can talk about the gun, and also the fact that the mods, despite that they're rolled properly, still need to change because the DPS number needs to be bumped up. But regardless, first we'll go over the mods, then I'm going to show you the talents, and we're going to talk about a few different things. So one, the scope. I've got a VX1 scope, which is basically a sniper scope, and I love that because allowing yourself to keep a distance from the enemy and still use something like an LMG, I think is fantastic. So this rolled with headshot damage, crit hit chance, and crit hit damage. I would want that basically on any scope, period. For my suppressor, I again have got critical hit damage, headshot damage, and crit hit chance. Now, if I could move headshot damage into the top slot, I would, and that would most likely bump up the damage. But this was the best that I had for now in terms of attachments, and I put that on there. But regardless, the rolls are still good. For my grip, again, I've got crit damage, reload speed, which is a absolute must, and stability. Stability could be changed for something like optimal range, so that you could shoot a little bit further with the LMG. But reload speed is for sure a must because they do take a little bit longer to reload as opposed to something like a submachine gun. So that's something you would want on there. In terms of your extended mag, for sure you're going to want extended magazine size because it only has 50 in the mag base. And on top of that, I've got crit chance and rate of fire. Rate of fire is going to also be a big help with using this gun. So the talents that I have on the Infantry MG5 are Sustained, Prepared, and Brutal. These can be much different. It'll all depend on your playstyle, whether you're in a team or running solo. This one is more geared towards solo play. Sustained because I will get a portion of my health back. Prepared so I can keep my distance and still do a little bit of extra damage. And then brutal, which compensates all of the attachments for extra headshot damage. So overall, despite the base damage at 13.9k being a little bit low, still 800 RPM, extended mag so that the 50 goes up to 55, and then I've got 841 RPM. Overall, I would say that this is a pretty decent weapon. Just need to get the damage up, and again, make your build based around using that gun. Now, I had the defense set put together, actually kind of just thrown together quite quickly based around a completely different gun as my secondary. But the nice thing with the defense set is that it doesn't matter what your secondary is because it's based around your primary, which is a submachine gun and a ballistic shield. And again, ignore this build, it's not finished. It's just the one that I have on PS4 for now. Anyways, we have a boss up here, which is a cleaner, which is somebody that you for sure do not want to get close to. If I use the ballistic shield, sure, but we are not going to do that. We are just going to use the Infantry MG5. So here we go. Love the scope. Want to hit his tank. And now I've got a few straggler cleaners that are a little bit further away. I can even just hit a little bit of burst damage, and there we go. Now, you're going to see here, reloading an LMG takes a little bit longer than other weapons, right? There we go. I absolutely love this for machine guns, and honestly, ever since I got my hands on it, I don't think I would actually use another LMG. And then he's down. You know, the fact that you can keep your distance from your targets with that VX1 scope is awesome. And here we go, get these guys cleaned up. I gotta reload again. And see, with the talents on that right there, I haven't had to use my heal at all because I'm getting some of my health back. So the more health you have, the more you're gonna get back when you kill a target with those rolls. Model 700 Carbon. You know what? I did a review on that gun and people completely took that the wrong way. One, I didn't have the VX1 scope to put on it, so I couldn't hit targets from a distance. But you know what? Like I said, if you're a fan of bolt action, then you are going to love the Model 700 Carbon, especially with ones that have nice talents on it. So there's one more boss which is down around the corner from here, and if anybody is curious to know where I am, these are the two easiest bosses to find. I'm here in Clinton, right by Amherst apartment, 46th and 10th. You can literally just run a matter of feet and you will get both of these bosses right here if you do like to farm the open world bosses. A little bit of lag. Okay. Alright, so before we go after this guy down here, because he's also a heavy machine gunner, we're going to reload that up and fall down the steps. Love that. Okay. Now here we go. Now, despite even being under fire right there, the MG5 was still pretty steady. Did he really? There we go. I've got a little bit of lag on the server right now, but not too much. Anyways, hopefully you guys get the point, and actually after I take this guy out right here, I will show you the recoil pattern on this truck. Alright. Now, so with myself not controlling the trigger whatsoever, it's got an upwards kick. If you just hold the trigger slightly, dead smack in the center, and I think that that is fantastic. If you're going to be using a gun like this, you want it to be nice and sturdy, even zoomed in. Only a little bit of kick. So there you have it, guys. Overall, I think the Infantry MG5, or even just any variation of the MG5, is pretty awesome. So hopefully you enjoyed the video and found it a little bit informative and a little bit helpful. If it did, then go ahead and drop the video a like. Consider subscribing for more Division content, because I will be covering, you know, everything to do with 1.6 as soon as it drops. I'm still going to be doing plenty of live streams in terms of what we have right now with survival. I'm having absolute blast with that, and I'm having a lot of fun going back and forth between PS4 and Xbox One, getting to meet everybody, a bunch of new people, talk to new people, do different farming runs and builds, experimentation with all this stuff. This has been an absolute blast. Thank you guys for the support that you've shown the channel. I really appreciate it, and hope to continue to grow in 2017. But there you have it. There is my take on the Infantry MG5 and the fact and the reasons why I think it is possibly one of the best LMGs in the Division period, and for sure in 1.5. I would love to hear your thoughts and comments down below, so please leave them. If you, for any reason, dislike the video or disagree with me, go ahead and even leave the thumbs down. Just let me know why. I would love to know why, for whatever the case may be, as I am genuinely curious and I do care about what everyone else has to say. So, anyways, guys, that's it for me. As always, have a good day, and I will see you guys soon in the next video.